Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, like you saw on the thumbnail, I'm going to take you through how to make the beaded circle bag. Okay, I've had two videos already, but yes, I just wanted to show you how I'm going to combine these amazing colors to make that particular shape. Okay, so I'm using 0.7 mm. It is nylon. Scissors for cutting, okay, any scissors at all, and also your bead. So like I said, I'm using two colors. I'm going to be mixing it, so I'm not going to specifically be picking maybe green. I will just be picking them randomly. Okay, all right, so let's just get started. So I'll pick 6 beads, strung it on any side of the thread. Okay, so the 6, you first string 5 like this. Okay, you add the last one. I'm going to try to make this as detailed as possible. Okay, and then you cross it this way. Okay, you hold the ends together and you pull, and this is all you should have for the first design. Okay, or the first row. For the first row, okay, so that's what you should have for the first row. Now we are going to be making rings of 6 on each of the beads here. Okay, each of the beads here. Let me try to zoom it a bit. Okay, so we're going to be making rings of 6 on each of the beads here. So we start with the one that we have our thread coming out from. So I'll be picking the beads with my left thread, and then we'll be entering the beads with my right. Also note that when you cross the final bead, the thread changes, but just make sure that any thread that comes in your left hand, that is what you're going to use to pick the beads. Okay, so I'll pick 5 because we already have one here. So I'll pick 5 beads and then put 4 on the right like this. Okay, and then with the last bead you cross it. So this is how your crossing should look like, and then you pull. Okay, so this is what you should have to the second step. All right, so we are going to be repeating this, but from here I will enter this bead, the next bead here, this very next bead on my right, because I said I will be entering the beads with my right thread. So I'll enter the bead on my right and not here. If you enter this one, you will not achieve what you're going to do, so follow suit carefully. So I'm going to enter this bead on my right with my right thread. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 on the thread already. Okay, so we are going to pick 4, but in as much as I said I'm going to be picking the beads at random, you've realized that I just have only 2 greens here, and then I don't like that, so the next I'm going to make sure I have more than white, the green more than white. Okay, so I will just string with a 4 you string 3 like always, and then you cross the last one. So this is the 3, the 4th bead, you cross the last bead, pull it down. Okay, you pull it down. This is how it should look like. So you should also be mindful of where you're going. So this is what it should look like after the second circle. Okay, so we are going to be repeating the step 2. So you enter the next bead on your right. Okay, you pick 4. So with the 4 you string 3 on the left, and then you see, and then you cross the last bead like this. Okay, and then you pull, and this is what you should have next. Is that okay? Okay, so like I said, we've repeated this was the second step. We've repeated it once, so we're going to repeat it 1, 2, 2 more. Okay, yeah, I think 2 more. So we're going to repeat the step 2. You repeat the step 2 4 times, so now we have 2. Okay, and then we need 2 more of the same step 2. All right, so just watch me. Please pardon me for the noise in the background. Okay, I explain my videos better when I talk while filming, so there's nothing I can do. I can't mute it and do voiceover. You'll not understand. Okay, so pardon me for any noise you hear in the background. Okay, so there's the third one, and then we're going to repeat the step 2 for the last time. So you see now I'm picking the beads at random, but then when I realize one color is dominating, then I would intentionally change it. Alright then, so this is what you should have after you've repeated the step 2 3 times, so that makes it 4. Okay, this is what you should have. So like I said, the first cycle we made was made up of 6 beads, and then we were going to be making rings of 6 on each of the beads. So now we have 5, and then it's left with the last one, and then the last one is a bit different. Okay, so still with my right thread, instead of entering just the next bead here, I'm going to enter the next 2 beads. Okay, so I'll enter this and that as well. Okay, so it looks like we have 3 beads on the thread already. So with 3 we need just 3 more, not 4 again. So I'm going to pick 3 beads, string 2, okay, and then cross the last bead. So also with the cutting of the thread, you should be mindful we don't cut longer thread so it tangles up. Okay, that is not what we want. Okay, so this is the second round. We are done with the second round, and this is what it should look like. Okay, so it should have 1 2 3 4 5 6 round 6 circles. Okay, this is what it should look like. Okay, so now we are moving on to the third round. Okay, and so with the third round, so if you're finding this video very helpful and detailed, I will want you to subscribe for me, and when you subscribe, click on notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Okay, and then I also have a printable or a pattern form design of this particular bag. It's free. I'm going to share the link in the description, but it should be the very first link in the description, above the description itself. Okay, so kindly do check it out. It's totally free, a pictorial form of this plus written instructions. So when you have this video, you also have that side by side. Is that okay? So if you like that idea, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. So with the third round, we are going to enter the next bead on our right, this very one. Okay, so you enter it, and this is what you should have. This is what you should have. Okay, now to start with it, we are going to pick 4. So this is my 4 beads. String 3 on the left and cross the last bead, which is the 4th bead. Now, so the first and second rows we made rings of 6 beads. Okay, but this particular round we are going to be making rings of 6 and 5, 6 and 5 all around. So we are going to be interchanging them, okay, between 6 and 5. So this first circle that we've made, x6, okay, is made up of 6. Now after every 6 bead circle, the next one we're going to make is 5, and then with that one you enter only 1 bead. You don't enter 2, you enter only 1. So you enter only 1 bead like this, and then we pick 3 to make it 5. Okay. Oh, I don't like the idea that this is all green, so I just changed 1. So this is it, 3, and then I am going to cross the last bead. Have you seen that? Because we want to achieve the circle that we want and not the hexagon shape like this. Okay, so now after every 5 beads ring or circle, you enter 2. Hope that instruction is clear. So after the first circle that we made, that is 6, we entered only 1 to make 5 bead circle. Now to make the next, because I said we are going to interchange it, so this is 6, this is 5, the next one will be 6, and then after every 5 and you are going to make 6, you enter 2. I hope that instruction is very, very well understood. You enter 2. Okay, so this is what you should have after entering 2, and then you pick 3 because we are making that one 6. Okay, so you pick 3 and then you cross. You see that we are getting the circle that we want. So like I said, after every 6 beads ring, the next one is 5, and then with the 5th the 5 rings bead the 5 bead ring, you enter only 1 to make the 5, but if you're going to make the 6, you enter 2. Okay, I believe you've understood it. So I am going to go ahead, do this one last 5 bead ring, and then we'll definitely do the rest of camera. Now if you think my style of teaching is very good, well detailed like you want, okay, I have an upcoming course that I am working on for beaded bags only, from beginners to intermediate to advanced, a detailed course, a full course at that. And so subscribe so that when it's ready and then you will want to have access to that course, you will have access to it. And also with a link in the description to have this bag pattern, if you click on that link. You will enter your details, your email. So as soon as that course is ready, or anytime I'm offering free patterns, I will definitely send one to you. Okay, so you don't want to miss that. So do subscribe, or and click on the link to enter your details to have access to the free patterns that I will share. And as well, when the course is ready, I will let you know. So I'm going to do the rest of camera. Okay, so like the same, we have this shape, the round shape that we want. So I'm going to continue with the same process, 6 5 6 5 6 5, and then when it's left with the last one, I will come back to show you. Okay, so here I am. So this is the last one I did, and then it was a circle of 6 beads. So we started, if you started well and then you did it well, you said you have 6 5 6 5 6 5 6 5 6 5 6, and then because we started with 6 and then we've ended with 6, this middle part here is going to be made up of 5. Okay, so I'm going to enter the next 2 beads, which is these 2 beads on my right. Just make sure and be careful not to turn your work, else you will not get what we are achieving or we are doing. Okay, you have a different thing altogether. And so you should have this, and then you pick just 2. Because we have 3, we need just 2 to make that circle 5. Okay, and we are done with the 3rd row. So this is what you should have at the end of the 3rd row. You should have a smooth circle just like this. All right, so the next step, which is the 4th row, we are going to make is kind of easy, because we are going to be making rings of just 4 4 4 on each of the bead. Okay, so I have this, so I will start by picking 3 beads. I have 3 here, so string it on my thread, and then cross the 3rd bead. Just note that when I was starting this one, I didn't enter any bead, I just started on it. Okay, you don't have to enter any bead before. All right, and then from there you start entry. So you enter 1, so you enter 1 like this. Okay, you pick 2, okay, hope you've seen that. So you enter 1 like this, you pick 2, and I'm going to continue with this. This is what we're going to do to complete this round. Okay, so just make sure you're not skipping any bead, just 1 1 1 1 1 bead, and then you continue. So you have 1 step or 1 bead left. Okay, so you continue all round. So this is what you should have. Okay, when you're left with the last one, and so like we've been doing since the beginning, we enter 2 beads to close off a round. Okay, so let's enter 2 beads like this. All right, and then pick just 1, because they are rings of 4, and then we have 3 beads on the thread already. We are just picking 1 to close it off. Okay, so just like this 4th round, was made up of 4 rings. The next round we are going to make, and then which is going to be the 5th round, we are going to be making rings of 5 5 5 on each of the beads here all round. Okay, so with that one as well, I'm not going to enter any bead. I'm just going to start off from here. Okay, so because we want 5, I'll pick 4, string 3 on the left like so, cross the 4th bead, and then you have your ring of 5. Okay, so from here we're going to be entering the 1 bead. So I'll enter the next 1 bead with my right thread. Okay, and then I pick 3 because we are making rings of 5. I have 2 on the thread already, so I'm picking 3. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. You enter 1, you pick 3, you enter 1, you pick 3 all around. Okay, so you enter 1, pick 3. Okay, so you continue like that. So you continue with the same process all around. So to save time, I will do the rest of camera, and then once again when we get here, I will show you the next thing to do. So this is what you should have. Okay, this is what you should have. So to close this off like usual, you enter the next 2 beads, and then you pick 2. Now after picking the last 2 and closing it off, you can see that this part is plain very stubborn, doesn't want to sit flat. Or I think this is even better. Sometimes I get rough. So after this very round, the 5th round, you might see some abnormal changes. It might not want to be like, it will be something like this, but that is totally normal. Just ignore it. Once you are done with the next round, it will go off. Okay, it will get back to normal. So now we are going to start with our last part 1, which is going to be the 6th round. And because it is the 6th round, we are going to be making rings of 6. Okay, so that rhymes so you don't forget. Okay, so with this particular one, I'm going to enter the next bead before I start it off. Okay, so I will enter the next 1 bead on my right like this. Okay, hope you've seen it. And then I'll pick 4. And then you string the 3, you cross the 4, and this is what you should have. Now to continue to make the rings of 6, you enter 2, you pick 3, you enter 2, you pick 3. That is what you're going to use for this round. So you enter 2 beads, you pick 3. Okay, have you seen that? And that is how we are going to complete this round, and then we will be left with the very last round. Okay, so here you enter 2, you pick 3, you enter 2, you pick 3, like this. Okay, so you continue. Okay, so once you're done with you are through with the 6/6 bead, this is what you should have. Okay, this is what you should have. All right, so now we are left with the last step. Then we are going to close the 6th round off. So to close it off, here you will have to enter the next 3 beads, unlike the ones that we've been closing off by entering 2 beads and 1 bead, or all of that. Here we are going to enter these 2 beads like we were doing here, in addition to this 1 bead here. Okay, so you enter 2 plus this one. Okay, so this is what it should look like, right? And then you pick 2. So now we have 4, so we need just 2. Okay, I'm running out of the green, but then it's going to be enough for the last round because we are left with the last round. Okay, and here it is. This is the finished 6th round. This is what you should have after the 6th round. And then we are left with the last row. So you can even use this as a placemat or table mat or anything, like just decorate your rooms with it. So just like how we did the 4 rings here in the middle, we are going to be doing that all round as well. Okay, so I'll just take 3 beads. So here I'm starting by not entering any bead. Okay, so you pick 3 and then you cross the you cross the 3rd bead to have this. Is that okay? And then from here we're going to be entering 1 bead. So you enter 1 like this. Okay, and then you pick 2, just like how we did in the middle. You enter 1, you pick 2, and that is how we are going to finish it off. Now with this particular design, most people tend to say it's big, and so others reduce it, others end it here, some end it at where you have the 5 rings. But then when you decide to try it out, most of people they contacted me and asked them to do it that way to reduce the size. They seem to have a problem, so I'm going to try to find time to do that for you to also know if the whole size is bigger for you and then you want something smaller. Okay, so please do subscribe to my channel, support me. Okay, you can't watch my video, gain knowledge without supporting me. You should subscribe, and that is the only way you support me. Subscribe, okay, and then be viewing my videos, watching them. It's not like when you watch my videos don't get anything from it. You can testify that I take my time to teach you. Okay, I take my time to teach you, to explain every bit of the step for you to understand. So by saying that, if you are still watching this video, I have a template that I use to design my beaded bags. I also have beaded bag patterns, so many of them. I'll try to show you pictures of it on the screen. So if you are interested, you want to get access to these patterns and template, I'll make them available on my store, but it's not ready yet. So when you contact me, I will let you know when it's ready. So do well to send me a message via my socials. It's available in the description below. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of camera, and that will be it. Okay, and then when we come back, I'll definitely show you the next thing to do. So this is what you should have at the end. Okay, you should have this at the very end when you are done with it. So like I said, this looks nice for a table mat on your dining tables, or you put your flowers on it and all that. Okay, so in this very content, we're going to use it for a bag. So I didn't finish this one. I'm going to finish it off. I'm just not going to show you how to do that, because like I said, I have 2 videos on this particular design, 2 whole videos. Okay, one is about 44 minutes and the other one is like almost 20 minutes. So I think those videos are well detailed. When you watch them, you will know how to finish it. Okay, I just wanted to show you this and the simplest way you can go about it. Okay, so thank you for watching my videos and for always coming back. And if you always come back to watch my videos and you have not subscribed, because sometimes it's very it's very sad when you will see, you will visit the analytics of your videos and you realize that 90% of people who have been watching your video have not subscribed. It's very sad. It's like people are taking you for granted or something. Okay, so please do subscribe to Maze Beads and Crochet, and then I will see you next time. Bye bye.